Super Bowl bettors in searching for betting value during Super Bowl week, take a look at the player and team proposition bets. With the highest total ever for a Super Bowl, these props take on additional interest this year. There are so many options to consider and so many different lines, it's important to shop around for the best price and find the bets that make the most sense to you. The New England Patriots have been here before, so bettors may feel a little bit more comfortable playing things on that side. But what about the Atlanta Falcons? Atlanta had one of the best offenses in NFL history, and they have one of the best play designers in Kyle Shanahan. That adds a lot of intrigue and value to this Super Bowl. Let's face it, if the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of the right arm of Matt Ryan. Anything that Julio Jones does will be facilitated by Matt Ryan, which is why quarterbacks have won 7 of the last 10 Super Bowl MVP awards, and 2 of the 3 non-quarterback winners were defensive players. This bet looks pretty good when you consider that you can play Atlanta at plus 130 on the money line, but get Matt Ryan at plus 150 to win the MVP. That's an exceptional price. Betting the MVP is often an alternative way to bet the money line. Because of how often a quarterback wins, it's a pretty sound investment strategy. Ryan has thrived with Kyle Shanahan this season and has one more chance to take the field with an elite offensive coordinator. You can bet that he'll be ready after 2 weeks off. It's interesting to see the yardage totals juiced to the under for Devonta Freeman. Our guess is that Kyle Shanahan sees Devonta Freeman as a mismatch. The Patriots allowed 101 receptions to running backs this season. Malcolm Butler will be on Julio Jones, and the Patriots have enough depth to put on Taylor Gabrielle and Mohamed Sanu. Freeman caught 54 of his 65 targets during the season and was also a 1,000-yard rusher. Freeman has had 18 touches in each of his first 2 playoff games, and he seems to have put those regular season injuries in the rearview mirror. If Freeman gets 18 touches in this game, it's hard to see him falling short of any of these options. The Patriots allowed 4.6 yards per touch to running backs this season, which would only be about 83 yards. But the Patriots have faced a lot of weak offenses during the season. Atlanta has a terrific offensive line and a wide receiver that can really open up the field in Julio Jones. As far as we're concerned, if you wanted to roll the dice on Devonta Freeman for MVP at plus 29.56, that's also a pretty good play. You have to go back to Terrell Davis in Super Bowl 32 to find a running back that won the MVP award, but Freeman's versatility is huge in a game like this. It's all about making smart decisions with the football and varying up the offense. Freeman is a great fit in that regard. We know that Bill Belichick's teams do an exceptional job of taking away focal points, but it would not be a surprise if that focal point was more about Julio Jones than Devonta Freeman. We all want to see the best players shine on the biggest stage, but we really don't know if we're going to get that with Julio Jones in the Super Bowl. It seems like the betting markets are in agreement with regards to Jones and his production in this game. The Falcons are going to get a big game from other players. Jones is an elite talent and has big game possibilities for sure, but it wouldn't surprise if Kyle Shanahan was planning his aerial attack around Jones being more of a decoy than a primary option. Matt Patricia and the defensive staff of the Patriots are really good at taking away the other team's best player. Antonio Brown had 7 catches for 77 yards in the AFC Championship game. That was even with Le'Veon Bell dinged up most of the night. Malcolm Butler does a lot of special things, and he'll certainly get some help on his side of the field. It wouldn't be surprising to see New England drop some linebacker spies to prevent Julio Jones from getting physical leverage on the inside on slant routes. Going under the receiving yards total seems like the smart play here, and thus loading up on Freeman is a good idea. In a game like this where possessions are going to be extremely important, we think that Atlanta goes for at least a couple of 4th down tries. They have the services of one of the best offensive coordinators in the game, and giving the ball back to Tom Brady is not a great idea. Surprisingly, Atlanta was only 22nd in 4th down attempts per game this season at 0.8, but things change a little bit in the Super Bowl. The Falcons have a tremendous punter that they have relied on, but the Falcons should find success with both running backs, and that could encourage some aggressiveness later in the game. When Atlanta did go for it, the Falcons were 9th at 57.1%. Devonta Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Matt Ryan. Terran Ward hasn't had a carry in either of the 2 playoff games. Taylor Gabriel has 1 try against Green Bay, but that probably won't happen again. Matt Ryan will stay in the pocket as much as possible. Now the problem with this prop bet is that the Falcons taking a knee at the end of the game will count as a rushing attempt. So if somebody does happen to get the ball in that capacity on a jet or fly sweep, that would be a problem. Kyle Shanahan is creative and may want to give New England a different look, but we don't think he'll do it like this. Maybe there will be something like Tevin Coleman in the slot with Devonta Freeman in the backfield to give a unique look, but that would be about it. It would be really surprising to see any sort of gimmicky wide receiver run when the Falcons have a historic offense that put up huge numbers without doing those things. Going under would be the way to go here. Sanu and Gabriel both had rushing attempts in the NFC Championship game, but those really didn't work that well.